Hello there, your Yoga Flow family. Salla here. It's really nice to be practicing with you again today, and I hope everybody is well and having a lovely week so far. Today's practice will be another gentle Hatha Flow aimed for all levels, and I'll be offering various modifications and variations throughout. If you'd like to have more support today, your options are a couple of blocks or a couple of cushions or books at home if you don't have blocks, and then possibly a strap. The equivalent at home would be a belt or a scarf or something which has length that can be held onto. So we'll start in our opening seat. Sukhasana translates as easy pose, the meditative seat. Crossing one leg in front of the other, and to keep the spine long and an easier sensation of a sitting pose, I'm going to take a block underneath my sit bones. You're welcome to take a cushion if that feels more comfortable and you would like a little more softness. So we perch on the end of the block rather than in the middle. You'll notice if you're in the middle because the knees will be up. If we perch on the end, so the sit bones just hugging on, you'll notice that if you draw your ankles in towards your pelvis, your knees will drop open and down. Tuning into your body now, feeling if it's an option to lengthen the spine just a little bit more. And then finding a still point in front of you, a non-moving point. In Sanskrit, this focal point is called drishti. Please take your gaze there now to calm the mind onto something that's not moving so that you have more availability to hear and feel your breath for 5 cycles of breathing. In through the nose. And out through the nose or mouth for these first 3. How does it feel to breathe today? Sharpening your gaze to bring your attention back to what you feel in your body and your surroundings. I'm going to start with warming up the neck. So on your inhale, take the gaze to your right, gazing over the right shoulder. And as you exhale, hold and relax the shoulders. Inhale to center. Exhale here. Next inhale over the left shoulder. Exhale. Inhale to center. And exhale. Adding on this time, we'll tilt the neck to the right ear, tilting towards right shoulder. Stay for your exhale. Inhale to center, upright. Mindful exhale. Okay, to the left, tilting the left ear, left shoulder, feeling the stretch through the right side, exhaling. Inhale to center. Mindful exhale. Good job. Let's see if we can open the chest a little bit now. So I'm going to recommend taking your strap. No need to loop it. So loose, keep it open. Take your hands nice and wide, almost as wide as you can take them. On with the inhale, we're going to lift the arms up. Oh, I'm going to have to take a bit narrower because it's not going to go over my head. Inhale, lift the arms up. And as you exhale, feel free to slide the hands wider to allow for the hands to go all the way halfway or all the way down to the floor. Slide out on the strap. Inhale, bring it back up. And exhale to the front. That first one would have given you an idea of where you're at today with how wide feels comfortable enough to move back and forth. If you think you can take it just a centimetre inwards, then take it now. Inhale, coming up. Exhale. The stretch isn't too intense, so if it is, just slide your hands out a little bit to allow. Exhale. Inhale, back up. And exhale. Let's do 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. I'm going to go a little bit narrower. You can do the same, and you could always slide out when you're ready. Inhaling. Take care as you exhale. Inhaling. Exhaling. Last one. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. Exhaling. Remove your strap. Take a few shoulder rolls. Take the neck in a nice loose motion side to side. And with a smile, remove your block out the way. I'm going to face the top of the mat, so bring them with you. So they're there. And then arrive in hands and knees. Knees hip width apart. And with the shoulders, the hands are shoulder width apart. Spread your fingers a lot and step your hands forwards to give a little more space. We're going to move between cat-cow, child's pose, and then a little bit into a variation of cobra. So fluid in sometimes what are static poses. So as you inhale, allow the shoulders to come over the wrists, open into cow. And as you exhale, round the back by tucking the tail, and then start to draw the hips back to the heels. They might not touch, we're working with the length of the breath. Inhale, soften the elbows, and bring the shoulders over the wrists again in cow. Exhale, tucking first, and then moving the spine back in space. Inhaling. Exhale, tuck first, and then draw back in space. Any sensitivity in the knees, a blanket or cushion under the knees will be lovely. We're going to stay for a little bit longer, adding on, so take those now if you need it. Last one. Exhaling. Coming forward into your cow, shoulders arrive over the wrists. And this time as you exhale, go all the way back until the hips reach the heels. And then on your inhale, coming into cow, and this time taking your hips forward of your shoulders. So everyone has different length arms. I'm going to actively step my palms forward so that as I dip my hips just a little, my hands are under my shoulders. Exhale, tuck your chin first, then your tailbone, and then draw everything back to what will be for me a long child's pose. So my hips are not going to touch my heels because my arms aren't that long. Yours might, okay? So now that you have an awareness of the different lengths of the arms and torsos, you can decide if your hips are going to go back to the heels or not. You can watch me closely so you can see I'm starting to open the front body, but then my core and hips align in a straight line. And then here I just broaden the shoulders an inch. And then exhale to engage the core. I tuck the chin, pull the belly in, it goes all the way back. So see how that feels in your body. 3 more. There's a layer here of strength, a little extra opening, and then back to spinal traction in. And lengthening. And last one. Beautiful. Arrive with your toes together, widen your knees, slide your hands back so that you can arrive in your variation of child's pose. Letting the spine now be in a neutral shape. Balasana in Sanskrit for child's pose. For your last breath in this sequence here, I invite you to take a cleansing sigh through the mouth. Nice job. Puppy pose. Coming up to hands and knees, bring everything back in underneath the line of the shoulders and the width of the hips. For puppy pose, the variation I like to teach first is with the forearms down on the ground for shoulder support. So, walking your hands forward of your palm prints, like you would in downward facing dog, a little bit forward. There, you're going to place your elbow points. Place one mindfully and then the other. Decide if this feels okay. And place your palms together. On the inhale, gazing straight down. And on the exhale, take the hips to a line over your knees. Your forehead may come on the ground. You might wish to grab your block to place under your forehead if the earth feels better to come up to you. And we're simply going to move a little bit in and out of that space, this first variation. So on your inhale, lift your forehead, bring your shoulders over your elbows. That's the inhale. And exhale, taking it back. Touching just for a second with the forehead, and then inhale, lift the forehead, lift the belly, coming forward. Exhale, taking it back. Now we're going to stay for 3 cycles of breath. If you're comfortable here, you're welcome to take your right arm and extend it forward. See how that feels with the elbow off the earth and the hands gripping the mat. And if that feels safe and secure, core engagement in and creep with the fingers with the left hand to do the same. And then grip the earth with your hands so that your arms are engaged. Take an inhale. Exhale. To exit this pose, you're either going to bring yourself forward like we did before over the elbows if your forearms are down, and then replace your elbows for your hands. Come back up. Or if your arms are long, what you're going to do is grip the mat firmly. Inhale, lift your head, and exhale, draw yourself up and walk your hands back. Take a seat on your heels in hero pose. Any padding underneath like a cushion here would be lovely if you need it. And then just allow the shoulders to roll. Mindfully notice what's going on in the back. And to continue stretching out the spine, please find downward facing dog with me here. If downward facing dog is not in your practice right now, you're welcome to take puppy dog with the elbows down just as we did before. So that's the variation of downward facing dog today. And for this downward facing dog, bending one knee for one inhale, bending the other knee as you exhale. Continue that for 3 more. If you need to rest, child's pose is your friend today. Okay, we have 2 more breaths like this. Walking dog. Finding stillness now, a soft bend in the knees, a continual lengthening of the spine, and you're gazing between your knees or your ankles. On your next exhale, a big sigh through the mouth. Bending your knees and looking to the hands, step your right foot towards the top of the mat and turn your back heel in 90 degrees. The back foot is flat on the earth. With strong sensation in the legs, take a cartwheel up with this left arm coming up. Bring the right arm with you and arrive in Warrior 2. Mindfully, we're going to place the feet so this feels really good in our body. So, we're going to come to straight with the front leg. Check our alignment. So the front heel is somewhere creating a line to meet the middle of the back arch of the foot. Many people have completely unique rotational points in their hip sockets. Some people like to have the outside edge of the back foot in line with the outside of the mat. And then some people like to turn the foot just a few degrees inwards, and it feels so much more comfortable. Take a bend in the front knee and see which one you are today. And then when you're ready, lift the arms on a big inhale. Exhale. Inhale, send your arms up, look up as you straighten the front leg. Exhale, bend into the front knee, making sure it's not going past the line of the ankle. Inhale. Exhale. Let's take humble warrior. So we're going to take an interlace behind the back. Your options are the thumbs, interlacing the fingers with an open fist or a closed fist. You have your strap and you can take it between your hands behind you, like this, to allow for more space. So mindfully set up your clasp with or without strap. Take an inhale as you bend the knee, lift the chest. And as you exhale, cascading from the mid-spine, eventually allow the crown of the head to fall towards the ground. Now, some people like to bring this open right shoulder head to rest on the inside of the right knee. Maybe not always great to rest it on top, because then we're really putting pressure on the head of the joint of the shoulder. So like triangle pose, how the arm or hand can rest on the inside of the leg, we can create that contact here gently. Take one inhale. Exhale, release the hands to the ground and spin the back heel up. Take an inhale. Exhale to downward facing dog, hands flat, and we step the right foot back to meet the left. So on your inhale, step your left hand to the middle of the mat, foot to the middle of the mat, and exhale. On your next inhale, gaze to the back arch of the foot and turn the foot 90 degrees in. Plant it flat, and with strong mindful legs, taking the right arm up first, allow that to lift the left into our arrival of warrior two. Mindfully we find the feet. So straighten the front leg, check your alignment, that invisible line connecting heel to back arch, and then change the angle of this back foot to suit. On your next inhale, float the arms up, and exhale, bend into the front knee. Inhale, bringing the arms up. Exhale, bending arms to a T. One more, inhale. Exhale. Hold and prepare for your humble warrior again. So taking the clasp of your choice, I'm going to go open palm. Inhale with a bent knee, open the chest. And exhale, cascade the chest. And then loosen the neck and let the crown of the head fall towards the earth. You can create contact, that shoulder head inside of the knee. Take 2 more breaths. Last inhale. Exhale, bring your hands to frame the foot on the mat and lift the back heel up and step back to a downward facing dog, or take a child's pose. In either of the poses you choose right now, the mindful aspect comes in watching the breath enter and noticing the exhale. Lower the knees in your own time. Sit back in hero pose. And then sit off to the side to swing the legs forwards. Before we come to our closing meditation, which we'll finish our class with today, let's take a reclining twist. Let's take a one knee twist today. So, a variation of boat pose to support our journey down to the mat. You're welcome to hold onto the legs as you curl the spine down, pulling the belly in, or you can have the hands in front until lastly the head arrives down. Go ahead, hug in the right leg and extend the left, flexing the foot. So, hopefully you have a prop to one of the top corners of your mat here. I'm going to recommend you bring that and you put it on the outside left side of the ground off your mat. On your next inhale, hug the knee in again. And exhale, twisting from the hips. Allow that knee, side of the knee, and a little bit of the shin to come and make contact with the support of your block. Then extend your right arm out. And I like to rest my left arm on the outside of my right thigh. But if you wish for a really open chest, then the left arm goes out to the side, just like the right, to create the letter T. Taking some big breaths now. Adjusting your block if you need to at any point. Mindful awareness of sensations. And then coming back to the breath. Okay, to exit this pose, first we bring the head to center. If the left arm is out, bring it back onto the outside of the thigh and bring the right hand in. Using the core and using the help of your left hand, help to tip the pelvis back flat onto the earth, bringing the knee in with you on the right side. Squeeze it in, take a breath. And then place that sole of the foot down as you switch your block to the next side. Hug both knees in. Rock a little to massage the lower spine. And then release your right leg all the way down to the earth, nice and straight. On the next inhale, pull the leg in of the left and exhale, twisting from the hips. We find that block and take it under the inside of the knee and a little bit of the thigh. The left arm, extend it out. And what you do with your right arm is completely your preference today. For the full experience, we turn the head to the left to create a twist through all parts of the spine, but absolutely not necessary. It's always safest, if you are concerned about your neck, to keep your neck in line, so looking at the ceiling. On your inhale, the head comes to center. On your exhale, bring the right hand back onto the left thigh. Over the next few breaths, helping with your arms to tip the pelvis back flat to the earth, hug in the left knee. Mindfully lengthen the neck. And then bring in the right knee. Both knees in. A mindful cycle of breath here. In your own time, finding your variation of Shavasana today. So the legs can stay bent up with the soles of the feet down, hands somewhere on the belly to feel the breath. Or you can take up lots and lots of space by widening the legs and taking the arms out, almost creating a star shape. And just allow all of that movement under the skin, which we've helped to encourage and move and flow. Just let it buzz now and do what it's meant to do. Rebalance us. So closing the eyes, I'll be back to guide us out of Shavasana and into a seated meditation. When you feel ready, mindfully find your fingers and toes with your awareness. And then wiggle the fingers and toes. You may wish to actually blink open the eyes here, let the light in. And with a smile, slowly we'll start to bring the legs up so the soles of the feet are on the earth. And then swinging over to your right to stack the knees and bring yourself on your right side completely. Head resting on the hands or on the arms. To help us press up sideways, we extend the left leg and press the left hand in front of us on the floor. Slowly arriving in a seat. This meditation is a mindful meditation. You're welcome to find your props to sit on, or if you have a wall and you prefer to do that, please sit against the wall now. If you feel you really would like to keep your sit bones on the earth, then you don't need to take the block. And then when you're ready, just as we started class, finding that non-moving point in front of you and gazing. Start to take some mindful breaths. And on this next exhale, you can allow your eyes to softly close. The meditation today is Thich Nhat Hanh's probably most popular meditation known around the world, which is as I breathe in, I feel calm. And as I breathe out, I smile. This is a silent message we repeat. It invites softness, focus, and a gentle buzz of positivity into our system, into our human experience. So, starting now, let's practice 5 rounds of this together, and the challenge is to keep saying that in your mind. Hopefully we can achieve 5 without any thoughts coming in to distract, but if they do, know you are normal and this is a practice. So just come back when you realize a thought has taken you away. So, with me, prepare by taking a cleansing breath in, nothing to say, and then release it. Here we go. I'll cue the next one. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I smile. Continue on your own. Release the mantra, which is another word for a saying or a thread of words that have a meaning. Come back to the sound of your breath and bring your hands together in a prayer in front of the chest. We'll close this practice today with a gentle bow towards the fingertips, with appreciation for such an ancient yet incredibly effective well-being practice we get to share together. Closing with Namaste. Have an amazing day, everybody, and see you again soon.